Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, it's the 12th of September, it's the end of another week. Yesterday saw a load of updates drop, but no mods. I think it was 19, I think it was updates yesterday. They probably popped up on the screen. I'm not going to read all of those out. Palanque, one of the maps by Bartson V3, had an update, and that added in, what was it, 12 crops it said? Added 12 new crops, 12 terrain textures, but it didn't say if it needed a new save game or not. I would imagine so with that amount of changes, personally. Then there was also mixed in amongst all of the mods from yesterday, or updates from yesterday, there were a load of updates to the pack that came out, I say pack, the other weekend from htModding, including stuff from Venture Tudo, Stara and Piscine, I think it was. So there's a whole load of those. Anyway, no updates for today, but we'll get cracking straight along. We've got the I've seen a sign right in front of me there. That's the advertising sign by Farmer MV. It is 0.48 megabytes download, under decoration, 12 slots, 5,000 to buy. And what's cool about this is, over time, it will gradually transform and show you the other manufacturers. It's only there you go. It's quite cool. I like it. Nice bit of decoration on there as well, with the flowers and a bit of dirt terrain and stuff around it. So if you want to put that outside a store or your farm or wherever, it's up to you. I don't think you earn anything from this though. If we come down to here and go across to our decoration, that's where you'll find it. Right there. The limited advertising board sign, this one's brand. It doesn't say. Let me just check on the website. No, it just says upkeep. So I don't think you earn anything from it. And there's no options to change it. It just comes as it is, so that's straightforward. Actually, while we're in here, we can look at this one next. This is the... So anyway, that's the advertising sign. Next, we've got the Farm Gate Pack by FSGmodding, FSG Tasman. 19.6 megabytes download. 9s for most of them. And then we've got one that's 11 and one that's 5 on the slot count. So and these aren't fences, these are farm gates. So these you'll find as decoration, as you can see here. So I think it was 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 11, and then 5, I think it was. And there's no options for them once placed. Prices are the same across the board, and this is what they look like once placed. Nice level of detail on them as well. Actually, let's go across to this one. I think the lights are automatic on all of them. Nice bit of weathering as well, bits of rust and stuff like that. Depends which way round, obviously, you place them. If what you want to keep an eye out for when you're going to place them is the chain. So if the chain is facing you, it will open towards you. If the chain's away from you, it'll open away from you. So that's sort of the best way to look at it. So yeah, various different stoneworks, and then you just find whatever fencing and stuff you want, or you might have a gap that will fit in perfectly anyway. That, of course, will be up to you. And then, like I say, various different styles to suit your needs. It might just be that you just fancy being a bit more fancy around your farm. Now that's interesting. I take that back. Because that chain is facing away and it opened towards us. Okay, that broke my rule. Same thing, I don't know why it's done. Okay, well, ignore that rule then, because that quite clearly is utter nonsense. Right, guess with this one it's the fence panels. Yeah, look, so the fence panels are out and the stringers, so what are they called? Stringers are at the back, so it opens inwards away from the stringers. And then this one should be a roller, I assume, at this end. There we go. Nice and smooth. Nice sound effect on that as well. There's your keypads. So that's your Farm Gate Pack. Next, actually, while we're whizzing over, I'm doing these completely out of order. I've got them on my notes, but that's all right. Over here, we've got the Modular Ramps and Platforms by JogaDim, 2.4 megabytes download. You find these under Build Mode and Tools. I've actually got all 5 of them out here on this particular bit. So Build Mode, there we go. Up and across the tools. Then we come down to here. So we've got this platform here. Hang on. Every time, without fail. I don't like this menu, the way you can hit the bottom and then you click on it and it's not on it and then it moves around. Anyway, got this one here. No customization options. It comes like this style, this colour, this concrete. You've got open-ended, and I say open-ended because you've got the sort of wooden support bits either side, or front, top and bottom, which way we're doing it. But the ends are open. So that one. This one is open one-ended. Does that make sense? And then this one here, this is this ramp on the end. That one there is that ramp on the side. And then that one there is the much larger ramp, and that's got a lip on it for kind of putting underneath. Now it does say, I would suggest you have your toggle snapping on, because that way you can line them all up. You know that you're going to line them up properly. If you don't have toggle snapping on, you can always get unstuck with, you know, if you've rotated them to a certain point, getting the next one to line up perfectly, that becomes a bit of an issue. And also you might want to do toggle free mode on or off, because as you can see there, it says overlaps. So if I want it to overlap, press triangle, and now I can overlap it, and I should be able to get it to line up where I want it, like so. And then yeah, for whatever you want to do, all your bells and whistles for, you know, if you want it open one-ended, you might want it off the side of a building, you might want it overhanging on a dock area or by a train platform or whatever it might be. Very useful indeed. That is the modular ramps and platforms. Next, as we're walking across, we might as well do this one. This is the medium pig shed by gamerhzsFsh. It is 10.13 megabytes download, 31 slots, will hold 50 animals. No, 50,000 to buy and will hold 40 animals. Get it the right way around. 50 grand to buy will hold 40 animals. Build mode, animal pens, and across to pigs. And we are looking at this one just here. There you go, 50 grand. No customization option, no option for extending the pen. The pen is set at that. We have a light switch on the outside there, so external lights there. This door opens and closes, like so. This door opens and closes, like those. Hanging runners. Dialog box is just here. I'm just going to double check, see if that opened. It does. Feed and bedding. We do have a light switch inside. I like the one that the lighting that comes on sort of in different phases, so it's not just bump bump. I like that. And the interior detail as well. Looking at all the various different panels, it's very nicely made and detailed. Doesn't come with a manure heap. You will need to place one because it does say no manure heap detected. Slurry point at this end. It's a medium pig shed, pig barn pen. Size 39 meters by 45 meters, manually switchable lights. Yeah, not bad at all. Now we're where I think I was supposed to be earlier, but we're here now, so that's good. Next, we've got the CLAAS Fliegl trailer pack. Just here. This is representative of the pack, of course. It's not all of them. I think there are 8 in this pack. No, 4 in this pack. I'm looking at the wrong notes again. By htModding, 31.64 megabyte download, 4 slots, and 4 slots and 6s. I think one was 4, the rest were 6s. There's not 4. There's more than 4 in this pack. I'm sure there are. Maybe there are 6. Let's double check that, because I'm sure there were more. We come up to our trailers. Doing a good job so far, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5. There we go. So there we go. We've got the carrot just there. Options on this: 12,600, 22,500, 50,000 litre, or 100,000 litre. Unreal capacities, obviously, so it's up to you what you go for. Wheelbrand, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein. Back again with various different options with standard 2s, couple of wides knocking around here and there. You'll find something you will like. Decals, yes or no. So if you don't want to follow the CLAAS brand, you don't have to follow the CLAAS brand. Trailer hitch, yes or no. Makes it very useful for putting other trailers along with it as well. Chassis colour, does that. Main colour, does that. So let's say if you take the logo off, you don't have to have it. It's a CLAAS trailer if you don't want to. We've got fender, rim colour, and license plate option on there as well. Then we've got these. Are all, I think, pretty much under the same vein. So we've got the Cargo 750, 760, 750, and then the 760. Slightly different capacities, but they all do the same thing. Now, what's curious about this is, this says 44,500, 100,000, 200,000 silage and grain. So, oh, okay, that's cool. So the larger one, the 200,000 litre one, must do specifically just silage crops. But then it says and grain. So, okay. We'll try that. Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein, BKT, back again. Then we've got the next one up, the 760. Starts at 51,000 litres, 100,000, 200,000. Same options for the tyres. Then the 750 starts at 44.5, 100,000, 200,000. And obviously their classes, these are Fliegls we're on to now. And there's no options, as you can see, for colour. Then the Fliegl 760, 50, 100, 200,000, and then same options. So I grabbed one because I thought, okay, I'm curious to see then what is this silages and grains. So I came under a buy anything silo. Click on that. Well, there's our crops. So we've gone from grains to root crops to cotton, rice, beans, peas, wood chip, silage, grass, so forage crops, pig food, stones. It takes everything. So I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, that. We have got the option for raising and lowering to get it level, as you can see, for whatever you're towing it with. We do have a rear steer axle, I believe, on it. On this one at least, anyway. And then unload. Like so. Yeah. Nice and straightforward. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to check those things, because when I initially read that, I would have thought, oh yeah, that's a silage crop one, like a forage trailer. But the fact it said grains as well, I thought, oh, better check, and it takes everything. So not sure about that. Anyway, that's that pack. Next we're going to look at this. This is the Krampe RamBody AS series by SimonLsDesign. 7.53 megabytes download and 7 slots. You'll find it in the same location, and it is just there. 91,500. Options of this: we got extension yes or no. It takes all the same things regardless whether you've got the extension or not. Wheel brand, Trelleborg, Michelin, Big AT, Vredestein, back again, with again various different options: standards, mediums, wides. A couple have got wide 2s. Again, main colour, anything on that palette, and license plate option on there as well. Now, if this being a ram body, when you unload, that should push that ram backwards. They are nicely made and detailed trailers. We have got the option for tip side back or tip side grain door, and the grain door does that. See the ram coming forward? There we go. Then we go tip side back. Actually, what have we also got on it? L1 right stick coming down. Oh no, that's the sunroof on the tractor. That's all right. I thought I'd better double check that. That's a full unload. So the whole thing doesn't tip. Because it's a ram, it doesn't need to tip. It's not relying on gravity to unload. So if you've got low roofed places for selling or silos you're storing into, ram bodies are often a lot easier or better to use for that, rather than trailers that lift up on a big ram right up in the air and often hit roofs and things like that. The Krampe RamBody AS series. Next. We've got this. This is the Lizard Multicultor. This is by Agridesignmodding, Nico do 55 Nathaël. It is 12.81 megabytes download, 7 slots, 5.4 meters wide. You'll find it under the cultivators section, which is just there. There weren't any options on this, I don't think. No. 150 horsepower required, just like that. I don't think there's any option for deep or shallow cultivation on it either. Nice smooth unfold, as you will see. This should bring up small stones because it's a cultivator, not a disc harrow. So what I'll do actually while it's unfolding, I'll take it up to my field where I do get stones, just so we can double check. L1, R1, L1, R1. Yes, an option for deep or shallow cultivation. It's just cultivation. You will just not get any stones at all now. That's a curiosity. Oh, there you go. We've got some coming up. Yeah, so it's bringing up some stones. Not a huge amount. Raise it. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Raise it. Fold it. There we go. That's the Lizard Multicultor. Next we have got... Oh, yes. This building here. This is the Pig Barn Medium. So we had earlier the Medium Pig Shed. This is Pig Barn Medium by MartinCz. 15.64 megabytes download. There are 2 of these. Both are 21 slots. One's 98 grand, one's 102 grand. Now it says standard 267 animals, which is curious because I've set this one as standard. This does have the option for customizing the pen, so you can make the pen as big as you want. It's entirely up to you. Fiddle around with that, and then you can put in, if you choose meadow, it puts the dirt on there. So this is just standard as it comes, and it already says 334. Whereas in the menu it says 267, so I haven't fiddled with that at all. That is as it came. The difference between the two buildings being slot count same, prices different. One requires you to bring water, one water is provided automatically. So that's the difference in prices, £4 difference. This is the one where you have to bring water. There's a water point down there, and the other one don't. There's no customization options on these, they come as they are. You will find them just there. So there's our 98 grand, which is this one here. Next door, 102 grand, like I say, they're identical, except this one I'm about to try and place will what's the word, provide you with water. So I overlap that, now press it. Do I want to customize the pen? You can if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. You can fiddle around with that charts now. I'll say no, and then boom, there you go. And that's the difference between the two. So as you've all seen, dialog box this end. Now what I didn't come across, not saying anything. I didn't come across any light switches. Feed trough, bedding. You will need them in your heap as well, because it's not showing them in your heap. And there's the water point. The other one won't have a water point. We're going to check that now. That looks like a light switch to me. And I thought, oh, there it is. There's the light switch. I've come at this from every angle possible, and I cannot get that to do a light switch thing. So I'm assuming lighting's automatic, unless the trigger's not working, potentially. Slurry point this end. And let's double check in this one, because if it's the same layout, we shouldn't have the water trough at this end. I mean, the water trough will be there, but there's already water in it, is what I mean. So the trough is there, but there's no option for triggerage, as you can see. There you go. So that's the pig barn medium. Next we have got this pack. This is the Old Buildings pack by Carl TG, 47.96 megabytes download. We've got a shed, 7 slots. You'll find it under the sheds section. 45,000, no customization options on this. The weathering and detail on these, brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Light switch on this post just here. Next to that, we've got this, which you'll find under your silos section. So this is a silage clamp for doing your silage work, obviously. 10 slots, 20,000 to purchase. If we go into there, should say, there you go, fill level and compacting for chaff. Again, nicely made and detail with a bit of decoration around the side of it. This one here, silos, also under silos. 4 slots, 85,000, 350,000 litres standard crop type. That is not a multi-fruit silo, it's a standard crop type silo. Then under farmhouses, this one just here. The reason I'm not going and showing the menu, there's no customization options on them. So all I would do is go and say, look, there it is, and the prices and stuff I've just told you are going to be exactly what I've just said. So then we've got this. This is a nice looking building. I like it. This is the carriage house, I think it is. Under farmhouses, 46 slots, 85,600 to purchase. Light switch in this one, I think might be on the other post. Yeah, just to confuse me. I was looking at, oh, there's not one, because on the shed it was on that post, but on this one it's this post. There you go. So storage for whatever you want to store underneath the building. Then we go above, and you think that's a nice looking old thing. I mean, I suppose the satellite dish gives it away a little bit. Do people still have satellite dishes? We got rid of ours years ago. Anyway, open the door and look at this. Fancy log cabinage type thing. There we go. Nice bit of lighting. Kitchen area, open plan, light the stove in the middle. Sleep and wardrobe triggers in here. Facilities just there. It's pretty cool. Like I say, but all of them really nicely made and detailed. So a little bit of a pack there. Set up yourself a mini farm to get yourself going. Not bad at all. That is the Old Buildings pack. Now next to this, and actually this is probably good having this here, we've got this. This is the Small Cement Factory by JogaDim, 0.19 megabytes download, 4 slots, 36,000. Build mode, factories is where you'll find it. Just down there. Now it's a little bit different to the standard one in so much as there's no shed and building bits over and that kind of thing. What's nice about these ones, like the productions without sheds, is if I go into here, I might decide I want to put a cement works in here. I can place it underneath if I want to, in the corner if I want to, you know, it gives you a bit of scope to do that. As far as the actual production itself goes, it's a small production. It's 36 grand, it's not mega, it's not going to be super fast. 24,000 litres of stones in, it's only 4,300 litres of each thing coming out, and the recipe's 2.4 cycles a month. So it's going to be a slow burn, this. It's not a fast thing. But the recipe's 1,000 to 125, 1,000 to 180, 1,000 to 125. It's just the cycles is what keeps the smaller ones down. But yeah, I mean, and that will do your cement work type stuff, but it gives you a bit of scope. You can add your own shed behind it, add some fencing, whatever you want to do, but it gives you a bit more scope to have a bit of fiddle around, a bit more kind of basic setup. Nice. Small cement factory. Just looking at my notes, the final one, and I've got to change map for this, the final one is the transfer silo. This is by BB Mods, and this is designed to work in relation with a railway, a train track system. I don't have a train on this map, on my test map, so I'm going to have to switch maps, and I haven't tried this out yet. Now I'm going to give you some information on this as well. I haven't a 6.39 megabytes download. I haven't got the slot count yet because I'm not on the map, but I will do this now. It's a multi-fruit silo, it does say. Capacity 500,000 litres. Now it says placement. In order for the train side of the silo to hang over the train tracks, the owned field must be as close to the tracks as possible, or must be a place anywhere mod, which we don't have on console, so it might be fiddly to place. Usage. Due to the positioning of the train side triggers, the automatic opening train covers do not always work. If you're having issues getting the train to fill, make sure to manually open the train covers. So as the train comes around, usually when you come out under a fill pipe like you do with normal trailers, they will automatically open. If it's not doing that, you might need to manually open them. So what I'm going to do now is switch maps, set that up, and we'll have a look. And here it is in all its glory, the transfer silo. It does say the silo features loading or unloading on one side for trailers, pallets and bales, and loading and unloading on the other side for trains. Full multi-fruit support, including liquids, gives expanded options for selling goods as well. Now, as far as placement went, if we go to our silos, 17 slots is what it was, and it is just there. So I'm on Sunshine Forest, so I thought it's a nice flat bit of track. It gives me the option to buy the land either side, which made life so much easier. So as far as placement goes, obviously this side is for loading in from your vehicles. This side has got your pipe out, and you see the loading icons there? Those icons are what are going to be in the train. So as long as you can get close enough, that pipe overhangs quite a long way, to be fair. I was concerned you have to be so close up that you might have a problem. But as long as you own the land close enough to it, you might want to do toggle snapping to get in the right position. But once I did it, it actually worked no problem at all. There's no customization options, comes just like that. And with the train, for me at least, because of the, not because of the way I placed it, you might want to build a platform, you might have a race thing, whatever you want to do to actually go about placing it. And then the train itself opened, no problem at all. It says, where are we? Start that. So you see that front carriage is open. If I pull forward, you'll see the back carriage open. There you go. So it's opening automatically. So as far as it went, at least for me placing it, it worked fine. And if I get to about there, L3, fill. So look, I mean this one depends on the train as well, whatever train you've got available. Diesel exhaust fluid, goat milk, olive oil, liquid fertilizer, water, milk, honey, sunflower oil, herbicide, rice oil, grape juice. The silo will hold all that stuff. Now that's because that front tank is an actual tanker tank. If I can go, it's going to be a little bit trickier. Was this one for grains or was it the last ones? I can't remember which ones was for grains or not. It might be the last ones. This is going to be a little bit tricky getting this lined up, but we'll see what we can do. I forgot to open my menu top left, my help window, but as long as I can get past that, we might be alright. Right, let's try there, shall we? L3, there you go. Wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, sunflower, soybean, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, red beet, carrot, parsnip, long grain rice, rice, beans, peas, spinach, sugarcane, wood chip, sugar beet cut, silage, grass, hay, straw, everything. It takes an absolute ton of stuff, and like I say, there is storage as well. 4 pallets, bales, etc. Which is pretty cool. It's a very useful bit of kit. If you don't want to use it for trains, then you don't have to. You could just use it as a silo, I guess. If it would be a bit odd too, because it is a transfer silo. So if you're not on a map with a train, I suppose it's not relevant to you. And obviously the map's got to be quite specific in that it's got to be an area on that map where the train goes, where you can buy the land, where you can do a bit of landscaping, where you can fit this in. Because I thought, oh, Hutan Pantai. No, it's a raised train. That one by Setka Simulators, they did their version of Hutan Pantai, where the track went in a different route. It will probably work on that one. There are tons of maps with trains on. But anyway, Very nice indeed. That's by BB Mods, if I forgot to say that earlier on. And that's it for the mods for Friday the 12th of September. I hope you found all this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, enjoy your weekend and thanks for watching.